Hello, learners, and welcome to the mathematics revision session. We are continuing with our revision session. We've been solving word problems relating to money. And during our last lesson, I gave you 2 questions as your assignment. It's my hope that you've answered the 2 questions. That is what we are going to solve in this lesson. We're going to solve these 2 problems. These are word problems. The first question reads, Edward earns 90,000 shillings before tax in a month. If he receives 81,250 shillings after taxes, how much tax does he pay? How much tax does he pay? Edward earns 90,000 shillings before tax in a month. If he receives 81,250 shillings after taxes, how much tax does he pay? How much tax does he pay? That is the question. Learners, when faced with a word problem, the first thing to do in solving the problem is to put down the formula. The question is, how much tax does he pay? The amount of tax that he pays will be equal to, we need to find out the amount of tax. So you write amount of tax is equal to, because we read from the question, he earns 90,000 before tax. If he receives 81,250 after tax, how much tax does he pay? So we are going to get the difference between the amount and before tax minus amount received after tax. To get the amount that Edward pays in tax, we'll subtract the amount he receives after tax from the amount that he earns. The amount earned before tax. The total amount earned before tax, learners, Edward earns 90,000 before tax. That is the amount he earns before tax, 90,000. Then we subtract the amount that he receives after tax. Amount that he receives after tax is 81,250. 81,250. That will give us the answer, the amount of tax. So we have 90,000, 81,250. This is 0, subtracting here 0. We have 5, 7, then 8. 8,750. 8,750 is the amount of tax that Edward pays. Amount of tax that Edward pays will be equal to 8,750. So we've answered the first question. This is your today's assignment. Question 1. Anita bought a dress whose price was 1,800 shillings before VAT. If the VAT was 186 shillings, how much did she pay for the dress? How much did she pay for the dress? Number 2, Tony earns a salary and spends part of it. He saves 35,000 shillings per month. How much money will he save in 2 years? How much money will he save in 2 years? Please do the homework, then come back to our next lesson so that we continue solving mathematical problems. Bye-bye.